Alright, get it out. Call me a dumb kid who tries to be edgy and have a different opinion so he can stand out, and all the other insults you want to add. Get it out of your system. Alright, you good? Alright, hear me out. Okay, so everyone knows what Pixar is and have at least seen one Pixar film. They have defined many generations and many people have nostalgia for most of these films. Every film they put out makes a ton of money and they are deserving of that. They pioneered 3D animation and have made some of the greatest animated films of all time. However, I feel as if my perspective on the company has changed since then. Most of their newer films have left me disappointed. They're either unoriginal or simply just a sequel. This is a hot take here, but I don't like Pixar. When I was a young boy and I heard there was a new Pixar film coming out, I would get super excited. But nowadays, I don't think anything of it. And if I do have a thought, it's usually just, why? Now, what could be the cause of all of this? What is the reason for the decline in quality of newer Pixar films? Why are there so many sequels pumped out? Well, obviously the main reason is money. Now this is a case study where I look at Pixar and ask myself, when does the artist deviate away from their integrity and their work becomes a product? This is just a fancy and intelligent way of saying, where did it all go wrong? So I think I've come up with a pretty logical conclusion to this, but in order to get to that, we gotta go back to the future. In this situation, I think context is important for people that don't know, but come on, this is Pixar. Everybody knows. So Pixar was a company founded in 1986 and specialized in making computers and 3D animation software. And they made a few animated short films at around that time, you know, the one with the Luxo lamp. These showed that you could tell a story through 3D animation. And in 1995, with the collaboration of Disney, they did just that. They made Toy Story. Now, everybody has seen Toy Story at least one point in their life, and I know this because Toy Story 4 made $1 billion at the box office. Like, who just goes see a movie that's the fourth entry in the series? You don't just do that. You gotta see all the ones that precede that, you know? Like, I can't simply sum up how important this film was to not only the film industry, I can't do that in this short little segment. It deserves its own, at least half an hour long video. But will I ever make that video? No. The film itself, though, visually has not held up well. Most early 3D animation has not aged well at all. It expired faster than milk in a hot summer day. And throughout the 2000s, Pixar kept putting out some absolute bangers during this time period. They put out stuff like Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, WALL-E, and those were all absolutely amazing. This is what I call the golden age of 3D animation, for Pixar at least. So what caused the downfall after this time period? Well, there are many little reasons for why, but the main big reason was money. But we can pinpoint exactly when this began, and it was after the last great Pixar film, Up. Up is, in my opinion, the last great Pixar film, as I said previously. And many people think that as well. It's an amazing film, and whenever I mention Up to anyone, you're more likely to remember this character than this one. We'll see why in a second. I feel like after this, Pixar became that company where you would throw on one of their movies to get your kids to shut up for an afternoon. And Pixar's latest film, Onward, is not helping this case at all. The film itself is not great at all. Most people are definitely going to forget about it in a year. It'll win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars just for being a Pixar film. Plain and simple, Pixar films have gone down in quality. The way a Pixar film works is garbage and fluff through most of the film, sad climax at the end of the movie, and a resolution that is always a happy ending. You can pretty much predict every Pixar film. Visually, these films are stunning, but storytelling-wise, they all feel the same. If you have a movie feeling the same thing as something Illumination puts out, there's obviously a problem. But there is one thing I like about Pixar, and that is their short films. Pixar have been making short films ever since they started out as a company, and I think they're all so much better than their feature-length films. Their creativity shines through more with their short films than with their feature-length, 1.5 hour long movies. You see, with the short film, an idea that may not work as a full feature could work as a short and condensed idea, i.e. a short film. Something like Lou or Day and Night might not have worked as a full 1.5 to 2 hour long experience, but when it's condensed into a short idea, it's done so beautifully. Their short films are also visually stunning and show off their new advanced technology better. And with a movie like Up, it has so much potential as just a short film. Quick side note, I love these short films so much that I bought the Blu-rays they put on, the short film collection Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. Yep, I'm that much of a loser. I buy animated kids films on Blu-ray. What am I doing with my life? In short, Pixar's short films are what set Pixar apart from their competitors, and in my opinion, are better than their feature-length films. Alright, so what was the point of this video? Why did I come in front of this green screen and talk to you about Pixar movies? Well, it was to bring light to the decline in quality of Pixar's latest films and to tell people to take a step back, take off their nostalgia glasses, and give a more critical look at these films. I don't like Pixar as much as they used to, and I think people need to realize that it's not good. But hey, Soul might come out and it might be the greatest animated film of all time, and it might completely render this video pointless, and it could change my entire perspective on life. But from the looks of it, I'm not holding my breath. I'm passionate about Pixar. It was a huge part of my childhood, and all of these films basically mean a lot to me. And I know I'm just another opinion on the internet, but something isn't right with Pixar. But oh well. This was a more experimental video in front of a green screen. Tell me what you think, if you'd rather see more videos where you don't see me at all and you'd rather just hear my dumb voice, or you'd like to see me in front of a green screen. So yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, for those confused, this is basically a clip-on mic I clipped onto a Sharpie to act as my microphone. You got this.